Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the course Bioinformatics for Biologists. I am Rakesh Pandey, faculty at Bioinformatics, Banaras Hindu University. I am going to introduce you the Linux system, which is very important for biologists, because most of the programs, if you see, they come for Linux systems, or the other popular programs on which operating system you get is Mac OS, and the third one, the operating system on which you get most of the bioinformatics programs and tools, is Windows. This course basically is jointly offered by me and Dr. Gaurav Pandey from Department of Geology, Banaras Hindu University. So, before I start my lecture, I would like to give an outline of the course. So, basically this course is designed for 8 weeks, and there are certain lectures by me and Dr. Gaurav Pandey. In week 1, I will be introducing Linux and R programming concepts. In second week, Dr. Gaurav Pandey will talk about running a file in R and using of bioconductor and installation of that. Then in week 3, again Dr. Gaurav Pandey will explain how to use different pipelines to analyze RNA sequencing and transcriptomic data. In fourth week, I will be back with lecture on systems approaches in biology, mathematical modeling techniques for biologists, and different approaches of modeling. Again in fifth week, I will explain how to develop mathematical models for biological systems. After that, in week 6, again Dr. Gaurav Pandey will explain how to use Cytoscape and UCSC browser for visualization of biological networks. Again in week 7, I will explain computational method to visualize protein structure and prediction of protein structures. And in last week, Dr. Gaurav Pandey will talk about protein and drug interactions. So, today I am going to talk about introduction to Linux. In today's talk, I will introduce what is operating system, what is shell, what are command line interface and commands, and shell scripting, along with explanation of kernel. So, let us start with understanding what is operating systems. Operating system basically acts as an intermediary between user and computer hardware, and there are several popular operating systems you can see. The most popular you see around you is Windows, which is a license based program. Another is Mac OS, which is used mostly by Apple product, and the third most popular one is Linux. Linux is open source software, and it is Unix like program. Although it's look like Unix, but it is not derived from the direct code of Unix operating system. And you can find different popular distributions of Linux. The most popular distributions I am going to explain are Ubuntu, Fedora, SUSE, and Red Hat. So, now let me tell you what is command and what is command line interface. So, when somebody say that okay, go to the terminal and write a command, we mean by just going to this kind of window which is called terminal. where we can write Linux commands, and Linux commands are basically text instructions which are given by users to interact with your operating system, which is here Linux. And this interface on which we give the command line instructions is called command line interface, and this can be accessed through GNOME terminal or Xterms or console. You can see here I have a window which shows the prompt at terminal. Let me explain that whatever the Linux operating system you use, that comes with a shell program, and shell is a program that receives user commands from keyboard and passes them to operating system for execution. And there are mainly two type of shell programs in Linux distribution. You will find they will be either bash or sh shell, and the hierarchical location of shell is explained here. So, basically shell is the program which is basically gives basically instructions through kernel to hardwares to perform particular task. I am going to explain the term shell scripting. When somebody say shell scripting, he means that in a text editor you write all the shell commands and you can run that, or rather you can say you can execute on the terminal. So, basically when you say shell script, it is a many commands are given. Here for example, we are developing a shell script and we have created DevOps script, shell script file, and now we are editing inside that welcome to my blog, and in down by /develops.sh we have executed this script file. Of course, all the commands will be executed together and you will see the output welcome to my blogs. Now, this is a little bit more advanced shell scripting, in which on top we have this line which is called cbang or hashbang, and then with hash you can give comments also. So, here is a typical shell script. Now, I am going to explain another term which is very important to understand, that is called kernel. You can think that the kernel is brain of your operating system, and the kernel basically manages your hardware, memory, different processes and devices, and the kernel basically directly interacts with hardware and also it gets input from users. Kernel and shell are two different terms which is very important to understand and distinguish between them. So, as we saw that the kernel is the core of your operating system, the shell is basically provides an interface between user and kernel. Due to its existence, user are able to interact with system by entering different commands, and basically shell translates your user's command into a form that kernel can understand, and this happens through a command line interpreter. Relation among kernel, shell, command line and operating system. So, you can think of that user which is typing some commands, the shell gets that instruction, interprets that command to kernel, and kernel executes those commands using hardwares, and basically the performance or the process actually done is by the hardware. You can think of the relation between kernel, shell command line and operating system by this schematic diagram. Here you can think that your engine, a car, is basically a kernel, and the steering of the car is cell, the driver, which is basically user. So that is how these terms are interrelated. Now I think I would like to summarize my lecture and provide take home messages. So we learned that what is operating system, basically that is an intermediary between a computer user and the computer hardware. There are different kind of operating systems you can find around you: Windows, Mac OS and Linux. Also there are different distribution of Linux like Ubuntu, Fedora, Red Hat and SUSE. Also Linux distribution, a shell program. Also all Linux distribution system have a kernel, and shell scripting, you can provide instructions to kernel which will be executed by hardwares. So with this I would like to end this lecture. Thank you very much for your attention.